Hello, how's it going? Javita here with another live stream. This is gonna be, I don't know, past, what, 3 weeks or 2 weeks, or maybe this is the third week. I really can't remember. I haven't had a plan, so today my plan is, well, there is no plan. So I figured I would just go ahead and play the game as normal. Gosh, it feels like it's been 3 weeks since I've actually been able to play the game. I've been in the middle of a move, as some of you probably already know. And I'm still at the old house, but tomorrow we're getting the internet switched over to the new house so I can finally move my office over. And yeah, being split between 3 different households is rather awkward, I have to say. But yeah, and I have to give a slight apology ahead of time. I might not be 100% up to my normal 100%, I guess, because all 5 kids in my life have basically the bubonic plague, and they may have successfully passed the gift off to me, if you can call it a gift. I don't know. But yeah, so a little bit of a scratchy throat today. Took a whole bunch of cold medicine, and hopefully I can get through this stream pretty nicely, and then by next week maybe I'll be back on my feet. So always waiting for new videos from you. Sorry for bad. Oh, I can understand you perfectly. But yeah, so I figured I'd show off a couple of things. This is probably new to anybody that hasn't been to my house in a while, and this is actually going to be this Friday's video, assuming I remember to release it on Friday. I believe last Friday's video, I don't know, I was busy moving and forgot to make it go live, so ended up going live on Saturday, I believe. But yeah, this is the long anticipated chisel video that everybody seems to be requesting, or at least I get like 2 to 4 requests a week, it seems, for a video on how to chisel things. And one particular person, a Nile lady, called out how to make these awesome gears. These are not my own design. These were in the really amazing steampunk city that was actually right next to my home in early access. So many of these designs are taken from that. The town was built, or the idea of it was started by Cook Viper, and he got a couple of other players to help him build it. So KK Bell and I Ain't Nerdy. And it seemed like there was somebody else, and I really apologize if I'm forgetting their name at the moment, but yeah, they made the amazing steampunk city, and that's where most of these designs came from. So pretty awesome. So I have to give a little bit of warning that the video did end up being like 30-35 minutes long, but that is because the first video is kind of showing the basics of chiseling, whereas the later half is basically chiseling all of these awesome gears. So you can just kind of watch half the video if you're just interested in the basics, or skip to the later half if you just want to see how to make these gears. But yeah, that about wraps that up. Then this is actually every single shape possible to chisel in the game, and there's what, 48 if I remember correctly, but then if you count all the different rotations, there's then 658 different shapes and rotations. So pretty crazy. It's like, it still blows my mind, because the chisel system, it's so simple and easy to use, and yet it's so mind warping, bending to try to figure out how to make some, you know, the really awesome stuff. It's like, I know it's possible, it's just how to do it. And I mean, just looking at all these individual shapes is one thing, but then figuring out how to put them together is a whole entirely different matter. But sounds like there's been lots of chats. Let's see here. Always waiting for the new videos. Laugh out, same here, 2 boys. Yeah, in the plague. So I want to make pyramid corners. Okay, Wednesday there's actually going to be a roofing tutorial, which is almost a prelude into the chiseling tutorial, and I show you how to make inside, outside, all sorts of different corners for roofs. So like 90-degree valleys on the inside, and then 90-degree turns on the outside, and then 45-degree angles, you know, for the slopes. I don't know, it's hard to describe it. I used this space for that video, and I'm sad I don't have anything left of that to show. But I've asked you under a video how to find gems without bomb mining. Is there any other way, or is it just strip mining and chisel? So pretty much So yeah, I actually do need to do some mining. So how about we gather up some stuff? And first I just have to figure out what I need to mine for. I could always use more coal. And titanium's always good, gold's always good, so that could go after diamonds and get all of that stuff. Could also do rubies. I actually need more of this purple stone over here, which comes from the tier 6 burn plant, so maybe we'll go mining there, but not necessarily for rubies. Because I think we have plenty of diamonds, maybe. How are we doing on rubies? Rubies are kind of annoying to mine, though. Oh, okay. Looks like I have plenty of rubies there. Okay number of rough diamonds. So, yeah. But let's see here. Somebody was talking about pyramid corners. So that's really pretty easy. I can show you that here in a second. Oh, I'm on the wrong character. Yeah, I was doing a little bit of crafting. I needed some more iron spanners, and I probably need to craft a bunch of other stuff. I don't know, I've been so busy with the move and just trying to get my regular content out that I haven't really had time to keep up with all the other little things. So, okay. Let's see here. So we're gonna need basically just a slope chisel and some blocks. Okay, here we go. So yeah, we got the silver. And where are my... There we go, there's a copper. Hey, Twisted Foot, how's it going? Let's see here, where did I put my blocks? I think I need to take a moment to cough here, so. Okay, excuse me. And let's see here. Ooh, very nice. Okay, so not all the same color, but yeah, outside corners for pyramids. I've been mining for hours and I just got 8 rubies. Yeah, what planet are you mining on? Let's see here. What is your name? Cheat Stritcher? Something like that? How about Cheat? That works. Hey, Semtex, how's it going? So yeah, outside corners for pyramids. Let's see, I'm getting this backwards. I like my chisels over there, and where's my silver? There we go. So let's see here, we just need to do like a staircase and that annoying double place bug. Actually, it's not really a bug, I just held the button for too long, I'm assuming. It doesn't happen every single time. So let's see here, let's wrap this around, bring this around too, and that comes over here. How about we add a little bit more? So if you're wanting just like a 90-degree turn or a right angle or whatever you want to call it, so usually I start from the outside and I start smoothing towards the corner. Just go ahead and do all of this. There we go. Same thing over here, start on this outside and work towards the corner. And now we're left with this kind of weird jaggedy angle, but now we can take our precise chisel and let's see, we probably need a different skill set because you do need this chisel epic right here to be able to use the precise chisels. Otherwise they act like just normal chisels or the basic chisels and they take 2 corners at a time. So make this your active spec. And now we can just hit this jagged part and it just moves it right down. And there we go. There's our outside pyramid corner. I think maybe, yeah, I mean, you can hit these again, but then you're going to end up with something kind of weird. So, but you know, there's other things to be done. And let's see here. Do I have a nice hammer? That's overkill. Where's my other hammer? Ooh, that's what I need. I need to make new titanium hammers. Maybe I'll do that here in a little bit. But, another type of corner you can make that's pretty interesting, just want to see something different, is we can do, let's see here, this is going to have to come down more sharply, or I don't know how to, different angle pitch, something or another. Need better terminology. So again, let's see here, I can go ahead and whittle that down. And basically what we're gonna do is instead of a right angle, we're gonna do a 45-degree angle. So go ahead and bring that like that, and then we're just going to follow this face all the way down. And let's see here. Precise cuts off corners, normal cuts off edges. So yeah, did I miss a question somewhere? Hey James, how's it going? Age of Vita is definitely that time everyone's getting ill, yeah. I was mining on a tier or a level 5 planet, Serpent Serendi, I think. So yeah, that's the one for, so yeah, if you're finding rubies on Serpent Serendi, those are the minor gems. So the rubies are found under deserts, diamonds are found under mountains. So yeah, if you're looking for rubies, it would be better to go to the tier 6 burn world, Alkion, I think it's pronounced, I don't know. I think every time I try to say it, I come up with something different, but let's see here. And almost done. There we go, and that just needs the very last corner. So yeah, as James was saying, this basic chisel is going to take out this entire edge, or you can think of it as taking 2 corners at once. So it's going to take this corner and then this corner. If I look right here, it's going to take the left top and left bottom corner. So even though, let's see here, even though I'm all the way over here, since I'm looking at this edge right here, it's still going to, whoops, it's still going to take that other edge, even though I'm looking at a different angle. So it doesn't really matter where you are as long as you're looking at the correct part of the block you're wanting to remove. So this is the precise, it's going to take away 1 corner, and voila. So now we have kind of a 45 sloped turn or angle, whatever you want to call that. And probably not the best for a pyramid, but if you wanted a different style of pyramid, this is an option. Or if you just want an outside corner of a roof or whatever, then options. And all of that was covered in my roofing tutorial that should be going live tomorrow, assuming I remember to make it go live on time. So either that, it'll be like Thursday or something, but just depends on how busy I get and if I remember to schedule it and all of that goodness. So, hello, oh Javita, you make me want to build something. Too bad I'm totally rubbish. So it just takes practice and a little bit of imagination. One of my favorite things is to just go and do like a Google image search for, say, like I want to build something oriental, or I'm looking for something steampunk, and just find a building that's not too complex, and it's like, oh, that looks like that might vaguely be something that could be replicated, but it can be a huge help to kind of have a picture to go off of. Or if you're into like magic voxel, then that's another really good way to do it. But corners are the bane of my medieval town. The roofs struggle to line up right. That's another thing about roofs, is that your walls can play a huge impact on that as well. So if you have like really complicated walls, then your roof is going to have a hard time if you're trying to make the roof follow the dimensions of the walls precisely. So something that can be really helpful is to either go ahead and just go ahead and square off your roof. So you have really complex walls, but then you just have the roof kind of overhang in the complex areas, and then you can have like a covered patio or whatever you want to make of it. But if you have a nice square rectangle roof to work with, that makes making everything line up much easier. And then you can go in later and add like dormers or different levels. So lots of cool stuff that can be done. Let's see here. I think I'm getting really behind on chat here. Precise. Okay, so yeah, there we go. Mine on level 5. Evening all. Going well, just watching while working. That's awesome. Okay, I think I'm sort of caught up. Let's see here. Portal Hub plus shop. Oh, okay, so Brian Anderson is saying, any suggestions to get visitors to your plots? Cheat, or who? Oh, Archeol, or yeah, Arc. I'll call him Arc for now. Portal Shop plus Hub, so, or Portal Hub plus Shop. So yeah, basically connect to some sort of portal hub, maybe have a shop that will pull in traffic, and that's pretty much your best bet there. I generally try to avoid foot traffic, so let's see here. At Javita, about the Centriforge is always luck what you can get on your tools, right? So no, you can use the items to basically get what you want. The tip the odds into your favor. There is always going to be some measure of RNG, but if I have some titanium hammers, I actually want to make... Ah, sweet. Okay. So yeah, how about I just give you a little forge tutorial, because I desperately need some more titanium hammers for like single targeted mining. And so that's going to be my crafter. James wins, laugh out loud. There we go. James says, watching somebody play Boundless whilst I'm working on Boundless. That is awesome. Oh, that actually reminds me. There's something that's a dev log update, whatever. What are they called? Devlog, yeah. So where's my... There we go. So Ollie posted this pretty interesting little chart, and it's basically an update on world regeneration. And there was a particular planet that they were having problems with. If I'm understanding this correctly, it's actually Serpent Serendi. And basically, this big, huge line up here that's higher than everything else is the problem child. And this is... If I'm remembering the description right, this is like how many regeneration cycles, ticks, whatever you want to call it, of the stuff going on. So this planet has a lot more than all the others. Here's the number of blocks remaining that are waiting to regenerate, and chunks remaining. Yeah, I don't remember what this is, but basically Serpent Serendi was getting mined to death, basically, and was making resources scarce, and they kind of sped up, and they made it to where like each tick or cycle, it sounds like it does it like in batches. Instead of doing like 1 or 2 blocks, it does, I guess, several blocks. I don't fully understand this, and I just read through it once, so I'm probably getting several points wrong here, but the long story short is that they sped it up and they did it in batches, and it looked how the results were. It drastically reduced the workload. And in fact, this one over here, he was saying that this is basically how much the planet is getting mined. And as you can see, it actually goes up after the changes I've made. So there's basically more stuff there to mine. People are mining it, and yet still there was performance increases. So pretty interesting stuff. So theoretically, diamonds should come back faster, as well as just the general world regenerate faster. So pretty interesting stuff if you're like reading this sort of thing. So, I mean, I'll go ahead. I mean, you just go to the Boundless forums and you should find this pretty easily, but there is the link if you want to see it. But yeah, pretty awesome stuff. So yeah, it's kind of tempting to go mining for diamonds, but I think I'm good on diamonds for the time being. But let's see here. We're gonna need, what do we need? Let's grab our hammers. And let's see here, yeah, James wins. I was going to farm mud and surface resources, but Javita is going to distract me now. Very nice. Robert Van, hello Javita, having a nice evening. Yeah, doing pretty good. I am happy I'm already done working, so you won't have to keep me from... Nice. Have a nice stream. Side point, how do you mention people in the chat? Laugh out loud. That is a good question. I'm kind of unfamiliar. If you just type out my name, theoretically, it's going to give me a little ping if the chat's been inactive for a little while. But as far as pinging other members, yeah, so there we go. Cheat just did an @Javita, and it made a little sound to get my attention. Atchivita, is titanium hammer god or good for making a 3x3 hammer, or is it just good for diamond hammer? It depends on really what you're going to be mining. So if you just need rock, then a titanium can be great for mining on like the homeworlds, just to get a whole bunch of rock to maybe help level, or maybe you like that color of rock. If you're going to be mining on a tier 5 or tier 6 world, you're going to need something with more base damage, so I would recommend diamond. Some people seem to like emerald, and I'm not really sure why. So let's take a look at emerald hammers and see what the difference is, because they're both heavy hammers, and if I'm not mistaken, diamond actually has more critical strike chance. Do I not have the hammer skills, or I think I unlearned it. If I can remember which button to press, or I'm just on the wrong spec. Am I on the wrong spec? No, I'm not. So where is it? Did I pass it? Yeah, I passed it. So yeah, consumables, switch that over to gear crafting, and still have 21 cleanse points, so there we go. So here's the diamond hammer. So that's 1900 with 20% critical effect, 0% critical chance. And see, that's less damage, but it does have 20% critical strike chance, so that probably makes up for it. Plus the 20. So yeah, you're just sacrificing 100 damage for an extra 20% chance to crit. So that's probably worth it. I think if you have max agility, last time I remember looking, it gives you like a 20% chance to crit. So 40 altogether if you have maximum agility. So yeah. So yeah, I can see why some people would prefer emerald hammers, especially if they don't have any problems getting extra damage on them. So Ark is saying he makes forged silver hammers for low planets. Yeah, I like titanium just because it's extra durability. They do a little bit extra damage, and they have a decent swing speed on them. And why is there a spanner in there? Let's see here. How about we do, what, 5 of these? Let's see here. I think that's 5. Yeah. And looks like we need a little bit of vigor catalyst. Oh, a lot of draining compound. So yeah, this is going to be, let's see here. I think I got this strategy from Merlin. And pretty interesting, allows for a decent, a really nice forge. I think we're pretty good on everything else. We don't have to be maxed out. So let's see here, what do I want? Okay, so I want extra durability would be nice. We don't need special gum. That's what's wrong with this picture. Because we just want extra damage, extra durability. I really don't care about anything else for this particular hammer. Let's get rid of that special gum, move in the effect gum. So the effect gum is going to target, well, effects. So effects are basically anything that's up here. So damage, critical strike chance. Well, the chance is ease. So it's going to be damage, the critical damage effect, or how much critical damage it does. And what else would be effect? Seems like there's something else, but I can't think of it at the moment. It wouldn't be action speed. That would be either lightness or ease. I don't know. I usually have to look all this stuff up, but unless I use it a lot. But we have what we're after, and the longevity is going to do basically just durability. So I think we're good to go here. Roughly speaking, the world was 8 million blocks behind. Wow, 8 million. That is crazy. And now every day, about 2 million blocks are edited and 2 million blocks are regen. So the regen is now keeping up with the edits every day. Oh, very nice. Ark is saying, my wife is starting to dabble in cooking and brewing. What recipes do you consider the most useful? My favorites are for just running around and gathering, I really like these meaty casseroles. They're super simple to make, and they give you 20 minutes of not having to worry about getting hungry. But as far as the more advanced stuff, the Mega Strength Brews are really nice. They give you plus 50% damage to everything you do. So with tools, weapons, and the like. Guess it probably wouldn't affect spanners because they're wear removed instead of damage. I don't know, that'd be kind of interesting to test out, I guess. The persisting pies are great for making those AoE hammers last longer, and the teaching pies are great for anybody that's trying to level up faster because it gives you bonus experience. So those are at least my favorites. Tanks really like the shielding foods because, well, it protects them from damage a little bit better. And let's see here. So we don't need to target 3 different boons. So how about we work on getting... Yeah, I guess we can do the effect gum first. Let's go ahead and put like 4 of these on. And kind of found that if you're wondering why I'm closing it each time, is because it kind of skips the animation and makes it go just a little bit faster. It's a little bit confusing if you're doing that on like the draining boon compounds because you just have to look and it's like, oh, that's different. But for applying gums, it's pretty nice. But certainly like a little option for fast forward or skip would be kind of nice. Let's see here. What are we doing next? I guess just throw some draining boon on here. And this is going to give us 1,000 points over here, so it's going to one-shot this bar or fill it up completely. And, ooh, very nice. And not really my favorite, but that's not horrible either. Let's go ahead. We really want the devastating damage boon. So let's go ahead and try to get... because I could remove that with the boon removal solvent. I'm just not sure it's really worth it. Yeah, let's go ahead and try to get the other one. You just have durability damage and then extra critical hit damage. There we go, that's what we want. Okay, so now I'm going to use this Fate Paste, and it's probably going to be kind of confusing why in the world I'm going to use that, but basically that gives me 5 buffs right here, plus I have all these debuffs, plus I have all these gums, and now I can swap this out and use this Vigor Catalyst. And the reason why I use the Fate Paste is because it actually gives me a little bit more than what I spent to use it, if that makes any sense, because this is going to take each stack and give me 50 vigor, so I used, I don't know, 150 or so, I can't remember, but it's going to give me a little bit more vigor, plus I'm going to get vigor from all of this other stuff, and it's just going to wipe the slate clean. The problem is that these things are really expensive because they use Hopper core trophies, but I guess I splurge, I don't know. And there we go, now we got a whole bunch of vigor back. Very nice. So we didn't quite get all of it back, but you know, we can't just go on forever. Basically now, yeah, let's do the longevity gum. And this should immediately give us the durability boon. Hopefully. And we can go ahead, the durability is the main thing I want, so we can go ahead and do, how about the protection paste? That's going to have the amount of stability that we use, so we can stretch this process out longer. And then use the Fate Paste, which is going to help us get a favorable roll over here. Pugman says hi. How's it going, Pugman? Sorry if it took me a while to see that. Jenna Bean says, hi Javita, how's it going? And let's see here, where was I? Oh yeah, we need, okay, so we got our Fate Paste, now we can roll into using this draining boon compound. It did do, yeah, it did 5 of these, okay. And amusingly, it goes into the hard hitter boon instead of going towards a longevity boon. That's amusing. I'm good, need to learn this stuff. Yeah, forging is like, ooh. There we go. There's the heavy duty boon that we want. So this is going to give us extra durability, and we can just go ahead and let this ride as is. Let's see here. Actually, our protection buff is about to wear off, so we can use our last stack to reapply it. And then we'll have to reapply our fate buff not too long after that. And of course we need to keep an eye on our vigor. I believe we can go down to like 300-ish, and then we're going to have to reset everything using the vigor catalyst. But we're a little ways off from that. Very nice, up to rank 6. That's another 1,200 durability, very nice. And let's see here. So yeah, we're good on the fate, so yeah, just go ahead. Very nice. We should be able to max this out, maybe. Let's see here. So if we reapply our fate paste, we're then immediately going to have to reapply the protection paste, which, yeah, I guess that works. I mean, it saves us a stability, even though we kind of sort of end up wasting a round of the fate paste, I guess. But kind of unavoidable, I suppose. And, oh, okay. So yeah, we're down to 400 vigor. I knew there was something that... Okay, so let's go ahead and wipe the slate clean. And it's actually pretty good because that just paid for our vigor catalyst and then some. And so yeah, this is gonna boost us way back up, probably in the low thousands, I'm guessing. Nice, look at that, 1,250. So that is pretty insane, I have to say. Can you give me that hammer when you're done? Well, I am forging these because I'm almost out of these hammers. I think I have literally one of these left. Granted, I did use these mostly for bomb mining, but when you just need to hit one block, it's kind of invaluable to have a really nice, long-lasting one. So at this point, since we already have 3 boons, we really don't have to apply any gums, but if we wanted to really focus in on this heavy duty or the longevity, durability, whatever you want to call it, we could go ahead and apply some more longevity gums. I think for the time being, I'll go ahead and see if I can get this damage to go up. Let's do our protection paste. And followed by the fate paste, we can go ahead and skip the animation. So there we go, we got our protected and our fate. And draining boon. Feels so wrong not to have gums. I've spent so much time, it's like, oh, you use gums to target things, and, you know, still kind of getting used to this new method. Am I aware of the infinite durability bug / exploit? So I guess not. What is the infinite durability bug exploit? Are you talking about stability or something else like on a tool or... let's see here, where are we at? Not sure. Oh, okay, so we were at like a rank 4, if I'm not mistaken, so very nice, getting some extra damage. So let's see here, we'll need to apply or reapply our protection paste here in a bit. Okay, hard hitter. I'm not wild about that boon, but it's there. And let's apply our... Oh, that was fate paste. Protection paste. There we go. So Night Runner's like, don't tell everybody so they can exploit it, laugh out loud. Let's see here. What was that? Okay, fate's good, protection's good. So yeah, let's just continue with our draining boon. Ooh, okay, so that went into the durability, but not quite enough to actually level it up. We're good on protection and fate. Getting a little bit lower on durability, but it's not end of the world. Well, I don't know German. I'm sorry. So Cheat was asking, could you make a video in German about the centrifuge so it's easier to understand for me? So if I knew German, I would totally do that for you, but I'm sorry. So Jack is saying, laugh out loud, I can show you in-game later if you want. It's very exploitable. So have you told James this? That seems like something James should know if he doesn't already. So let's see here. Now we can do, how about our Fate Paste and then Vigor Catalyst. And did I mess up on that? Nope, okay. Oh, I did. Okay. So yeah, I got too low on Vigor. That's a little unfortunate. So we can go ahead, I guess just make the best of this. So we can do what? One more draining compound. And then we're pretty much going to have to be done because there's nothing I can do at this point. I don't have enough Vigor to use that Vigor Catalyst. So I guess it's 350 Vigor I have to reserve if I do the Fate and the Catalyst together. So, but still pretty decent. We got extra 300 and 30% damage, an extra 1400 durability. Ooh, very nice. Got up to 1600. So it's a shame we didn't get that maxed out, but ooh, we even got 80% extra critical strike effect. So would have been nice if those two were reversed, but this will be a pretty decent hammer for just single target hitting stuff. Let's use our setting resin. So Cheat was saying that Javita was just a joke, but there are no videos on YouTube about anything in Boundless. Really? No videos? What have I been doing for the past 2 years? My goodness, no videos. Your gear is... Okay, yeah. So this is going to take, what? Yeah, an hour. So we managed to get rank 300, so that's pretty decent. That's an extra 220 rank. We got an extra 570 damage, but the most important thing, or the main thing I was after, is just more durability. So pretty nice. This will probably one-shot most blocks. I don't know if it would do tier 5 and 6, but pretty close, I would imagine. Oh, yeah, yeah, no videos on Boundless in German, so that would make more sense. Okay, sorry, I was checking something in the chat that... no, I mean video, yeah. Yeah, he's saying, no, I meant videos in German. Your videos are great. Ninja'd. Okay, so now we have nice hammers on the way. Of course, by the time they're done, we'll be not here to pick them up. Let's see here. I already crafted some... Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. I think the easiest thing is just going to be to switch to another character because my inventory is a disaster. Since you can craft using items in your inventory, my crafter's inventory is always a complete and utter disaster because it's like, oh, well, I'm going to need this in another machine, and then, oh, but I need this other material too. It's, yeah. But this machine can't even finish crafting because it is so full of junk. So let's see, we can get these chisels out of here. They don't need to be there. Move the fists up there for now. Cogs can live up there. And oh, there is an iron spanner, so very nice. Let's put these chisels. I'm trying to make this my equipment cubby over here, but yeah, I haven't had the time to sit down and really organize things like I should. Okay, we've got the axes, that's fine. We don't need these blocks. Don't think we need any warp conduits. Excuse me, I had to cough there for a moment. Okay, so we need to grab... We're gonna go mining for... Yeah, the tier 6 burn planet, maybe for actually diamonds, titanium, gold, hard coal, things like that. Get some rock while we're at it. So we're gonna need some of my nice hammers that I don't think I've ever actually even used these. Well, that looks pretty decent. So, okay, yeah, these are my 3 tin hammers that I made. So I made these using essentially the identical strategy that I was just showing you all, and managed to get, oh, that's the random one. No wonder the damage looks good. Oh, and I can't put them back. Oh, well. Where are the other ones? No, they're here somewhere. There we go. Maybe. Yeah, so here's rank 320, all effect adjacent, or effect adjacent all. Has a lot of extra durability, damage, even though it's overcoming that minus 60% damage, or actually I guess that's minus 40% damage. It does 60% of the amount of damage it normally would. So that was this one, right? 320. And so we need to find a new home for all of these other hammers. Let's see here. What was that? Any more word on the water tool you previewed? Water tool? How's it going, Ollie? Water tool. I'm not sure what you mean by water tool. At Javita, can you talk about some of the things that will coming in Boundless to flesh it out? Do you know? So I don't have anything that beyond what the devs have already publicly released. So about all I can say is kind of the things that are on the wish list, I guess, but I have no clue what's coming next or anything like that. So new mobs, dungeons, etc. I love this game so much I want more. So yeah, I completely share your sentiment. And as far as mobs, there's all sorts of concept art on the Boundless forum. So there's like, let's see here, hunters, block parasites, what is it? Not sentinels, guardians. The titans, we really don't know what the titans are. They're going to be like this massive living thing that you somehow can fight. But I'm almost wondering if they're going to be kind of like living dungeons. That's kind of been one of my speculations for a while now, but it's been so long since they've mentioned really anything about the Titans that it's kind of anybody's guess. And what else? Oh yeah, there's been concept art for fish. And it seemed like there was something else. There's bashers, stone throwers, hunters, block parasites. Oh, worms, which are... If you look at the concept art for them, it's pretty ridiculous because, like, okay, this grapple is like the player, and then here's like one worm, and here's another worm, and it's just like it goes up tremendously in size from there to where finally you have like a horizontal skyscraper sized worm. I have no clue how those are supposed to work, but there's at least concept art for it. These are my 320, so we can just put all of these other things away. Got a single target hammer. We don't need an axe for mining. Arguably, I could put my brews away, but I've gotten spoiled to having those with me at all times. And I could at least put the Oort stone away. The ability to add water. I believe you made a fountain with it. Yeah, there's no way to move fluids at the moment. I think technically there's like a dev item that it's like a one-time or a consumable item, but there's no way to craft it, no way for a player to get it unless somebody gives it to you. So Alexander, would you be down to Centriforge and AoE for us to see? So I did make a video on how to make an AoE tool, and basically it would be the exact same thing as I just did over here, but instead of the effect gum, I would use the special gum, and the special gum is going to target, well, the AoE effect, and it's a lot more tricky because if you're wanting like 3 targeted boons, the first boon you just have to use a draining compound and just hope that you randomly get the right effect. If you don't get the right effect, you can use this boon removal solvent and it will remove it eventually. And then you can use a setting resin once there are no boons on there, and then you'll get back the item that will with no boons on it, and you'll be able to reforge it. So you just kind of rinse and repeat until you finally get that devastating damage boon that you want, and then you can start using your gums to target the other effects like the durability and damage, which would be longevity and effect gum. But otherwise, it's the same exact technique. It's just a little bit extra work if you want to target that third boon. Certainly for my durability hammers right here, I didn't care about that third boon, so I went with the 80% critical effect because why not? I mean, I guess I could have tried for like an ease gum for the increased critical strike chance, but why go through all that extra work? Because it can go like, it can be pretty time consuming trying to get that random first boon to be right. So please let me move in with you. I really need those tools. So yeah, I can appreciate that. I mean, the time it takes to gather all of this stuff is, if you're doing everything yourself, you can make some decent tools for yourself that way, but it is pretty time consuming. If you're trying to like sell them for a profit, then you kind of need like a team of players, or maybe just like a lot of buying and selling of materials to kind of cut down on some of the time cost. Laugh out loud, Lynn's mom really likes you. That second donation I've noticed. Oh no, that's actually the first donation. It just does the last 30, I think, and so it's scrolling that same donation over and over. I guess I could probably, I don't know. It kind of gives him credit, so I don't mind it being there, or I don't know. Sorry to say I could turn it off if it's annoying, but I kind of want to give him credit where credit's due. I wish we had tool augments would work well to supplement forging. So yeah, that would be pretty interesting. Kind of like slingbow augments, but for tools. They'd have to be pretty durable, because even like 125, I don't know, I guess you could just kind of keep chunking them on there. And let's see. Oh, we need... What do we need? We got persisting pies. We should have... Yeah, we got our mega strength brews. Oh, that's right. I was going to grab... What do I want to grab? A beacon, some beacon fuel, because the problem I run into is I get too much stone and I don't want to throw it away. So if we have a beacon, there's some fuel. I'm not sure where my beacon control ran off to. Maybe it's around here. But yeah, if I have a place to dump rock, then I don't have to go home to dump rock, or I don't have to just leave it on the ground. Of course, then that means I'll have to make several trips to get it. But I guess the easiest thing or the most compact storage option is going to be a shop stand. If I remember where I put them, there should be some over here. Go ahead and grab, how about 2? Well, if we're going to grab 2, we might as well grab 4. Okay, that should be good. Oh yeah, we were going to get rid of that Oort stone as well. And yeah, we could just kind of leave the rest of this. That's not really that big of a deal. So I've already forgotten who requested it, but somebody was requesting both in comments on other videos and now today of how to go mining for gems without bomb mining. Because bomb mining, I mean, you can still technically do it. It's just kind of on the wasteful side, I guess. And if you have the hammers to make it work, the AoE hammer mining is very, very potent. Sorry, I'm putting my phone on silent because it's screaming at me, but let's see here. So we need to get over to the higher level worlds. Come on. Oh, wrong way. Here we go. Here's all the... Uh-oh. Make this your active spec. Okay, so Night Runner was saying he's going to request a video on chiseling. That was actually one of the first things I covered in this video. And let's see, I can just go ahead and show you over here. Well, Wednesday it's going to be a roofing tutorial, which is going to act like a slight prelude to the chiseling tutorial. But Friday is going to be, it's like 30 minutes long of chiseling tutorial. So if you come up to my home over here, you can see that at least these 3 lines is every single shape possible for all the different chisels. So this is the slope chisel, bevel chisel, square chisel, and then if you take all of the rotations into account, that's, was it 658 total shapes and rotations. So the first half of the video is just kind of going over how the chisels work and kind of some of the limitations, like for say if you're trying to chisel titanium or gem blocks, hard coal, you're going to need a gem chisel for that, but then pretty much everything else can be chiseled with just these basic chisels right here. So we have our basic chisels, our precise chisels. As James put it, the basic chisels, they take an entire edge at a time. So this would be an entire edge. So normally there would be a corner up here and a corner over here. And then the bevel chisel just took that right off. And it depends on where you look. So here we go, this works. So if I was looking right here, it would take this corner and this corner. If I looked over here, the bottom half of this block is missing, but it would take the top and bottom corner. If you're using a precise chisel and you have the chisel epic, which is right here, then you can use the precise chisels and look directly at a corner, and it takes just one corner at a time. But I show you how to make pretty much all of this stuff, these cool floating diamonds. Right here, this is actually 4 blocks, and this is made with using the bevel chisel, and then this is the slope chisel over here. So it's pretty much the same shape, just bigger. This cool kind of lattice lace work right here. This was done with the bevel chisel. This is square chisel. This is just where I showed you how to actually make it outright. There's also some issues with textures aligning correctly, but basically as long as you place the blocks all the same, like if you place them all on the ground while facing east or west, or all on the ground while facing south or north, or even like place them all on the wall, then all the textures will line up correctly. But then the later half of the video has to do with how to chisel these gears. So I show you how to make this gear, that one right there. That one's pretty easy though. And then this awesome one over here. So, but yeah. And wrong button. But yeah, tomorrow's video, assuming I remember to release it on time, it's going to be basically on roofing, and it's going to show you how to do like the inside, outside corners in 2 different styles, and all sorts of cool stuff and tips and tricks for doing roofs nicely and have them all kind of blended together and more than just a flat surface or a boring, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, here we go. Trying to remember what I'm doing here. And I think I have a location that'll work pretty decently. Wow, why are there so many beacons over there? Huh. What if there's just... That's gotta be... I mean, I guess that could be right on the border of several plots. That's weird. Let's see here. Oh wow, it looks like some progress has been made over here. I'm not sure who is this anyway. Square toes? Okay, that's interesting. What is the name of the video? It's not live yet, but it will be, what is it called? Roofing tutorial, I believe, is what it's going to be called. That's the one for tomorrow. The one on Friday, it'll be Chisel in Gear tutorial. Turn to, yeah, okay, so I want to warp to a saved location. Oh, sorry, I'm West Coast. Okay. Bring crafting tables to process your walkway. Oh, well, this character doesn't have mass crafting, though. And this character doesn't need the experience either. So Jack Turner is like, bring crafting tables. How's it going, Semiko? Okay, so how close do beacons of individual plots have to be before they link into the settlement? Usually it's like one plot it should connect. If you're further than 2 or 3 plots, it might not connect, but the algorithm that figures all of that stuff out can be a little bit hard to predict, I guess. As the settlement gets bigger, those numbers might change, but it's been a while since I've tested it, so but generally within a few plots, and they should connect up. It also depends on the overall shape that they make. If it's like a really crazy shape, the algorithm might think you're making roads in between settlements, and it might not be valid. So it kind of needs to be a more or less solid-ish mass of plots before it is considered a settlement. So, oh, I'm looking at beacons. It's like, this is not... maybe? We'll see where this leads. I have a bad habit of not labeling my locations that well. Yeah, I think this is maybe... Let's see here. Cobalt, what's that? Cardass. Get our diamond. So, whoa. Oh, that's Surf and Serenity. Duh. Where's Alkion? It's Bezo Verona. Oh, I think I gave it away. Oh, well, we can just kind of... Oh, there it is. And that was what? Oh, iron ore. Let's see here. Do we have... Here we go. We can plop that in there just to save inventory space. Okay, should be good. And if this is the place that I'm thinking it is... Yeah, look at these mountains/caves. That's pretty insane. But a pretty decent place to go for titanium, hard coal. You can find diamonds here. It's just not going to be as many as you would find on Serpent Serendi. This is the burn planet, so you find both rubies and diamonds here. Rubies being the primary, diamonds being the secondary gem. And I was going to do something, but I already forgot. So I guess we can get my hammers. Okay, so there's looks like pretty decent hotspot over here. I say that because I'm trying to link into a settlement and it tells me I need more plots, but I have a 4-plot square around 5 plots from their beacon. So yeah, you probably have to get within 2 or 3 plots of their beacon. That looks pretty decent. And I'll just eat a persisting pie, so... Geronimo! I love doing this. Okay, so let's get our debugging menu open so we can see... Okay, so altitude 21. Probably... How deep do we want to go? How about 10, maybe 12. Not lava. Okay, at least I didn't eat a food buff. Guess I should grapple onto something before I ran out of things to grapple onto. Let's see here, how far away did it put me? Good thing I already had a death penalty. That would have been annoying. That looks like a decent hotspot over there. There, that'll work. Yeah, let's go... Just gonna have to go a little bit more horizontal before we start digging down. Oh, fire rain? Yeah, that is pretty awesome. Let's see here, I think I brought 2 more in the same message. Okay. Not sure I... Oh, how am I liking the spooky event? That's pretty awesome. I went around and gathered a whole bunch of spooky seeds, and I think I might have to be quiet before I say something I'm going to regret. But yeah, looking forward to the rest of the event. But yeah, I still need to craft some of this stuff. Like I said earlier, I've been in the middle of moving, and it's been a little bit of a struggle to find time to actually play the game and not just work on videos and the such. So let's see here. So we actually need to go kind of southwest, or just south actually works. We're at elevation 16. 9 works. So James Austin is, I can't even do that with 2 grapples, constantly ending up in the drink. I'm thinking the same thing, Mr. Grapple Master. Everything. Geez, stop showing off with your grapples to everyone. Well, there's not a whole lot unless you're like not letting go of the first grapple. I don't find it to be any more advantageous to use double grapples. You know, certain situations it's nice, but certainly I can just reel up and then let go, and the momentum carries me forward, and then I can retarget. And so, I guess lots and lots of practice. Ooh, nice! I love titanium grapples. Use like slap them in the forge, put a little bit of longevity gum, and you can increase the range of those. And they're really nice and fast, and the projectile moves quickly. Certainly won't be as long as, say, Emerald, but a very nice grapple all the same. Oh, there we go. There's some hard coal. Excuse me. Okay. I know how it's done. I just can't manage it. Yeah, like I said, I mean, I can do what I can do because I've, you know, one, played the game a really, really long time, and I've done lots and lots of practice, but I also died innumerable numbers of times. It's kind of crazy. So, paid with it in blood. So, Mega Strength Brew, and let's set up a beacon. Yeah, we're kind of right on the edge. I guess that works. Wonder where this is gonna be. Okay, there's the hologram. So that's not... Yeah, I can place it there. And let's hollow out. There we go. Now I have a place to dump our rock. Could even do one for gravel and other things, but I mean, rock is going to be the main thing. Maybe one for flint, because we're going to get a lot of flint as well. Okay, so mining for anything without bombs, you get your really nice AoE hammer. You can buy these. They're really expensive though, like 30,000-ish, depending on how well they're actually forged. But once you do have a good AoE hammer, if they don't do quite enough damage to one-shot the rock, you might consider a Mega Strength Brew. So this is the first time I'm using this hammer. I have no clue what it's going to be able to do. So let's actually... Let's see here. So we got our... Ooh, we only have 38 of those. That's a little unfortunate. Oh, we got, well, only 2 of those. Okay, so let's get our persisting food. This is going to increase how long our hammers last. And so yeah, we're going to need a strength brew. And there we go. Pretty ridiculous. Pull out our loot magnet so we don't have to pick this stuff up manually. Ooh, look at all that titanium. So yeah, I could pull out my single target hammer to be a little bit more efficient with some of this stuff, but this works fine. But pretty much what I'll do is, let's see here. Yeah, kind of follow the hot spot, but basically just do strip mining. So I'll dig in a straight line, and then I'll skip over a couple of blocks, or really 3 blocks, and then go back the other direction. Oh, there's the lava. Okay, so let's go... What am I running it? There we go. Yeah, let's go west a little bit. Alright, so 1, 2, there's 3. Yeah. There we go, there's some diamond. Very nice. Ooh, I missed some titanium. Yeah, it's always a good idea, or at least I find it to be a good idea to, when you're basically done, kind of go back through and re-inspect your mine, because you'll be surprised at the valuable stuff you miss. Certainly I hear of some people that they just gather every single last shred of everything, but I already have ridiculous amounts of iron, and it'd be nice to gather it all, but it comes down to time. I mean, I could continue on mining for diamonds and leave the iron behind, or try to mine everything and not get as many diamonds, which, of course, diamonds aren't what I'm really after, so... And that is the one nice thing about mining for gems on the tier 6 planets, is that you get 3 gems per seam instead of just 2. So that's 50% more gems for your trouble. And I guess the real thing, or the real thing to consider, is how long it takes you to mine. So if it's not taking you any longer to mine on a tier 6 planet, then it might be a good idea to mine for those gems and either use like a changing chisel to change them into whatever you need, or just go mining for it directly, because I mean each plant does have 2 gems, so kind of like what I'm doing here. It's just mining for rubies on this planet is pretty annoying, because you find more lava than anything else. Oh, there's the lava again. So let's see here. I think I'm... DBL grapple is so much easier now that you can use O button to... Oh, okay, yeah, so for... Now I'm just like George of the Jungle. Oh, very nice. Thank you for the follow. Pro Panda Plays. Oh, nice. In my store, the Witch's Brew and Mount Illuminati Tori has Strength Brew, 80 cents for minor, up to 415 for super. Just saying. So yeah, nice little advertisement there. I'm a monkey. Sup? Pro Panda Plays says, oh, Heart Eyes Monkey? Is that a monkey? I don't know. There we go. Yeah, that's 3. Very nice. Look at all this diamond. That's pretty decent, considering this is the minor gem. I actually need copper. That's kind of crazy. Go to a tier 6 planet looking for copper. I think it actually has a lower density for copper than just about any other planet, so not a very good place to get it, but hey, it's there, so why not? It might actually drop more per seam. I just haven't really paid that close attention. Usually I don't have to deliberately mine for copper. Very nice. Look at all this titanium. Copper OP, yo. Yeah, I think I was trying to make some iron spanners because I seem to have run out for some strange reason. And yeah, it takes the little cog things, and then it's like had to scrounge to find copper to make cogs, and it's like apparently I need to go mining for copper, so that, and I did just make a whole bunch of machined copper to make all those gears, because for some reason those gears, it just screams copper. You know, I'm sure you can make iron or really any material type, but okay, so cheat Excuse me. Cheat says, do you even get qubits when you level at level 50? So yeah, each time you level 50 plus, you get another 300 qubits. So you get them indefinitely, as long as you are still getting experience at least. And so pretty nice. So no limit on the number of plots you can get, no need to spend real money, unless you're just kind of lazy, I guess, or in a rush. So pretty awesome system, I have to say. Let's see here. So we need to go nice black gold. That should be about right. Oh, I guess I should eat some food. Yeah, probably should have brought some steak or something. I actually cooked some, I just haven't gotten it out of the furnace just yet. Nice, there's some more diamonds. Got some hard coal. Ooh, might as well get the medium coal, why not? Want to get the roof on my build sometime soon. I want that hammer. So yeah, if you didn't see, this isn't just the hammer by itself. I also have the strength brew, so otherwise I would take 2 hits per block. But since the strength brews are not too terrible to craft, and forging's kind of annoying and time consuming, it seems well worth it to use the strength brew to essentially double your durability, because it's only taking 1 hit instead of 2. Nice gold. I think I need silver more than gold, but yeah. Kind of harder to find silver and gems at the same time. I mean, amethyst isn't terrible for that, but oh, there's the lava again. Yeah, nice thing about, you know, mining around lava is you just make a little hole for it and it all goes into the hole. So if you're quick about it, it's not too dangerous. As long as it's not like coming in on top of you and you don't notice it right away, that can be a death sentence. Let's see, there's that. Oh, perfect. See here, haven't been using the Centriforge yet. Do food buffs stack? Food buffs, okay, so the way the buff system works is down here you can have essentially, well, technically 3 buffs, but you can have a buff from food, which is this one right there, the persisting food, and then a buff from brews. So if I used a heal over time potion, as I did in the last stream, it will actually remove this strength brew buff right here. So you can have 1 buff from brews, 1 buff from food, and you sort of get 2 buffs from food if you're full up, which gives you the health regeneration, but that's just an effect of having a full stamina bar. So Okay, so let's see here, Crowley. I need to make food buffs so I can get meteors. You're talking, I guess, about the shielding foods? I mean, you don't really have to have. You can certainly do, I guess it depends on what meteors you're doing, because on like level 3 worlds, you just take a little bit of kinetic armor, and you're practically immune to everything they can throw at you. And doing the low-level meteors as far as getting like Oort Stone is pretty comparable to doing the high-level meteors. There's not a huge difference in rewards. I mean, the higher level ones, they are more rewarding, but you certainly can't solo them, so you can certainly get a decent amount of Oort even solo. And doing solo meteors on like a level 3 or 4 planet is also a really good way to get experience if you're like in the 20 to 30 range, probably even up into your 40s. So since you're not having to split all of that experience with other players. But certainly having a shielding food would help with that too. Especially if you wanted to try to do them on level 5 planets or something, but you probably need some pretty good weaponry to be able to do that solo. Even if they are level 1s. Ooh, I'm just finding all sorts of goodies right here, that's nice. Yeah, it's, I believe there's people selling hammers not too dissimilar from these for about 30,000. So, I mean, that sounds like a lot, but really you can go out and gather fibrous leaves or, you know, all sorts of things, really, and sell them to get some money and then just buy the hammer, and then you don't have to worry about the complicated forging process and all of that. I've also heard of other people just buying the forge ingredients outright. You know, the already made forging ingredients and then doing the forging themselves. And it looks like my strength brew just wore off, so. But yeah, I really should have grabbed some more food, because that's what I'm going to run out of here, because it takes too much food to fill me up. How long have I been playing? Or are you talking to somebody else? I think there's multiple conversations going on here. What elevation is the mining happening? I'm at elevation 9 right now. So I could go deeper, go higher, just depending on what I want to find. Elevation 10 seems to be a nice balance of a little bit of everything. And where's my... There we go. So if I wanted to find things like silver, I could go more 15 to 20s. If I wanted to find more diamonds, I could go a little bit deeper, but then I would find less gold and stuff like that. So, and that's kind of what I'm after, is a mix of everything. Coal and titanium's probably the big thing I'm after. The diamonds are just a happy byproduct of all of that, so I think I probably have plenty of diamonds back at my base, and I have plenty of rubies as well, it seems, so mostly just after titanium and the other stuff. Never hurts to have iron, but of course I have a furnace that's just full of smart stacks of smelted iron, so this one maybe? Yeah, that's right. Wow, look at all this. Ooh, there's even some titanium. Very nice. Oh, missed some. Ooh. Oh, that's always nice. You know, hit a piece of titanium to find some diamonds behind. Yeah, if you're not familiar, diamonds favor being under mountains on either burn or blast planets. I'm on a burn planet right now, so it would actually be better to be on the tier 5 blast planet for finding diamonds, but you can still find them here. And rubies are found under deserts and all sorts of good stuff. Seems like there was somewhere else I was going with all of that, but I don't know, I got distracted by pretty stuff. Ooh, what's this? Did I run into somebody else's mine? Or is it just my mine? I think maybe I just wandered off in a random direction there for a bit. Hey, magnetic tools are nice too. Feels ignored, man? What? Did I miss something? Probably missed something. While I make magnetic tools, how many diamonds are you at? Good question. So I already had like some diamonds, but I'm at 104 right now. But I've had probably like 12 or something, 16 maybe. So not too bad for what we've been doing this for a little over 10 minutes because we used one brew. So that's a pretty decent haul, I guess. Oh, looks like we're gonna find some lava here in a second. Got that ominous red glow. Oh, yeah, that's a very good point that James just brought up. There are new details and a knowledge to help players find resources, so... Oh, wrong button, but apparently I leveled up at some point. And knowledge, okay. So, knowledge and resources. There's iron ore, titanium seam. Here we go. So diamond seam, so altitude low, so yeah, I would agree, like elevation 6 is usually a really good one, especially if you don't have like AoE anything like hammers or bombs. Under areas of high elevation, that's going to be your mountains, found under any block, so it doesn't really matter what the mountain is made out of. Here we go, here's a good example. So emerald seams, they're found under deep water. So again, altitude low. Elevation 6 seems to be a good one under areas of low elevation. So that basically means a really big hole in the ground and then found underwater. So there's your body of water. So found deep underwater. Amethyst is the other one that's found underwater, but it's... Let's see here, under areas of low elevation altitude. So it actually has the same description for both amethyst and emerald, even though amethysts are found under shallow-ish water. So water that's about 30-ish blocks. If you go much deeper than that, then you're going to find more emeralds, but they're both found at a really deep, like elevation 6. If you mine for amethyst around like 15, you'll also find silver, but you'll find less amethyst. So kind of a trade-off there. So, and you can do that with pretty much every single resource in here. Rosetta Knox, any altitude surface on grass. So you look for grassy areas in order to find this plant. And you can actually go to, yeah, here we go, sweet beans. You can see that they're from these surface resources. So pretty awesome. I mean, it's all just baked right into the game. You don't really need a wiki for this sort of stuff as long as you kind of know how to interpret these things. So yeah, ocean staff, they're only found on sand. Again, surface, any altitude. So pretty cool. Ooh, next release includes creature drop details according to James, so that would be pretty awesome to like figure out, oh, Roadrunner feathers. I mean, yeah, higher level Roadrunners, but see where the actual cutoff is. And I think I'm heading in the wrong direction. Oh, Simtech, this is a 320, I believe, so it's nowhere near, like, epic proportions like some people make. I've heard of people getting 370. Somebody claimed they had made a rank 400 bow, which seems pretty insane. But yeah, so it has extra damage. It's still not enough to give it plus damage because of the AoE, but it's got 1800 durability and, of course, the all effect adjacent. So I'm happy with the results. I don't feel going after like the max level hammer is really that worthwhile. I'm more interested in just making hammers that are good enough. So let's see here. Wow, did I really go in a long way? Oh well, now I'm just getting turned around. Crap. Where's my hotspot? So I was going... Okay, so I've been going south to north. Oh, let's just go in this direction, I guess. Using the Vigor Catalyst cycling thing, I guess how you describe it. And using, what was it, the draining boon compound. I actually did, I was forging some single target hammers. I used the same technique there. You stay over there. Oh, no problem, Simtech. Scentless on Gravitas, Gravidius has a special shop with crazy tools they crafted. Okay, that's good to know. Let's see, I really didn't find anything on this tunnel. Oh, is that reserved by somebody? I see like a... see a plot line! Huh. That's weird. Golden Fist only 540 PS Fanata. Okay. Hey Javita, I have a question for you. Okay. Okay. Thought there was something more that I missed. So what's the question? Uh-oh. There we go. Do you know if we are able to buy our own planets yet? So that feature has not been implemented just yet. Seems like somewhere maybe I heard a slight ETA, but I have no clue what that is now, so. And I also heard, I got got into a conversation about somebody that they're a little bit unhappy. Is like, oh, where are the dev worlds? Because it was part of the backer rewards, and it's like, they'll come when they'll come. You know, it's no big deal. And he kind of felt a little bit differently, or a little more passionately. Let's put it that way. And oh wow. Okay, so that's where the plot line was coming in. So was that Tagris? Sorry, Tagris. He kind of ran onto, I guess this is his mining location. I just randomly found it, apparently. So Ollie, Javita, can I buy some diamonds, please? I need to make a power cord. Coil? There we go. I'm trying to spearhead a campaign to get my own planet. Okay. Well, yeah, certainly at some point you'll be able to write your own planets. I think they're just working on whatever they're working on, honestly. I mean, they'll have to implement the system just to allow it in the first place, but I guess there's probably other higher priorities that they're working on. Yeah, I think at this point I've given up on keeping with my... I usually have a much more systematic way about mining, but a little too distracted reading all the comments. Not sure why my hammer went away. Oh, maybe I was trying to get my earth yams and hit the wrong button. And... okay, so the hotspot is more over there, so... yeah, let's keep with the north-south thing, I guess. Ooh, nice. I could message the devs and see if they can add the planet I need. So what planet are you needing? You just want one kind of for yourself, or just looking forward to the extra controls that you can have over a rented world? And who was that? Oh yeah, Ollie. So as far as buying diamonds, I guess I could sell you what I've gotten so far, which actually we've only gotten another not very many because we already had 100 and then a change over here. But yeah, I think to make your first set of like basic coils, you really only need like to 80 or something like that. So here, Robert, Javita, what do you think of the Halloween event? Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Went around, I've gathered, I think 200, 300-ish spooky seeds. I haven't had a whole lot of time to just sit down and play the game, unfortunately. I've been busy trying to, well, I've been moving and, you know, keeping up with making videos for YouTube, so I haven't actually made any of the stuff, but I actually do have the pumpkin, if I can... I don't know why. There we go. I have the gourd mask, and I actually haven't... what? Why is it not... is it not tintable or something? Oh, there it goes. Now it's... oh, I'm doing the high. There we go. I need to do the mid. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah, certainly looking forward to the rest of the event, and that's about all I can really say. Uh-oh, so here, places, beacons, is it going to be at the bottom? Yeah. Set as destination. Oh, nice. So we're only 54 meters away, and we don't need a piece of hide. Oh, and our strength brew apparently wore off. But yeah, the skull torch lantern things are probably my favorite. There we go. Okay, let's dump some of this rock off. Very nice. And yeah, we're doing fine on everything else. So Simtex, you need 15 standard coils for your workbench so you can craft the advanced coils. I'd go for that, then skip standard on the rest of your machines. Yep, that's exactly what I did. Just made the basic for the workbench and then advanced for everything else. It's not that much extra work, and once you have your advanced coils, you can basically just call it good. I mean, certainly if you want lots and lots of machines with lots and lots of power, you'll need more, but you just get a set of advanced for all of your machines, and you can, you know, just use those to craft everything. It just might take longer. And I have 27 basic coils for sale at 5K, willing to go down to 4, and I have some advanced coils. Wow, so Elfie 501, that's pretty. Well, I guess I've heard of people selling advanced coils for 10K, so I guess that's probably about right, I guess. So, Potsy Dog, there you go, is asking how much power you need on a centriforge. Off the top of my head, I'm not really sure, but there is a point. It also depends on what skills you have. But basically, power on a centriforge is going to act the same as effectiveness or intelligence. So if you have like the forging epic and max intelligence, you really don't need that many coils, but you will need probably, I think I probably have 3,000, but I think that's overkill for my forge. So but certainly like stick a diamond tool in there, and once you reach 100% effectiveness, having additional power really doesn't do anything for you for a centriforge. So at least that I found. You know, maybe somebody can correct me in the chat. But what certainly is handy to have more than one centriforge set up, so you could do like one forge on one machine and then the other forge on the other machine, and that way you can get it done a little bit faster because each one is being crafted at the same time. And so if you do like a mass craft of coils, it's very easy to do that. Is the copper ever gonna end? It's 2% per 100 power on effectiveness. I've never done the math to figure that out. I just kind of slap power coils on there until, oh, that looks good. Nice. Ooh, there's even more. So, should be. Oh, look at all that titanium. Ooh, hard coal as well. Diamonds. So, Crowley said, never found diamonds yet, looks like. So, yeah, Surf and Serenity, under mountains, around elevation 6 would be my recommendation. I guess the hard part is finding a spot that hasn't already been chewed up by mining, but they just did, or they made an announcement of they tweaked the world regeneration, so basically now it keeps up with the pace of mining. That particular planet was getting mined to death apparently, and so now it's keeping up, so to speak. But I did do an in-depth video on how to find diamonds. The main thing is, like, spend a little bit of money, get some better tools, and that's going to make a huge difference right there, and then just don't give up. It takes a little bit of tenacity to go mining for gems, because it's not going to be, oh, you just mine straight down and immediately find 100 diamonds. It takes a little bit of time and effort. But certainly if you can get something like an AoE tool, it can speed things up a lot, or just a better tool like titanium makes a world of a difference if you're trying to use iron tools. So so he's saying, let's see here, Linsaman, saying he views copper as like the bane of Boundless world, that there's so much of it and not a whole lot to do with it. I'm actually running out of the stuff, so I guess to each their own. But then again, I was making a lot of compacted and machined copper, as well as cogs to make spanners, so it is all over the place. I generally don't go mining for it directly, but I do have a steady need for it, so. Cough, Discord cough. Yeah, I think, what, Elfie and Ollie are trying to make a trade deal. Oops. So let's see here. Looks like my persisting buff is just about to run out, so. And I'm about to starve too. I really should have brought some steak. Oh, we're just about... Here, we can maybe line up with this hotspot. The hotspot we were in is just about exposed. I guess we could go down deeper, but again, our buff is about out, so... Let's go ahead and run off in this direction and... Okay, so Christian is asking regarding your food attribute, why do you take yam and steak? Why no bread and such? Well, I'm lazy, so I go for the easy stuff. I think pretty much all of the breads, though, would give you a well-fed buff, which would, speaking of which, my persisting buff just wore off at some point. And so I need a food that will fill me back up, but doesn't replace the food buff I already have. So that's kind of why I'm not, well, the reason why I'm using the simple foods like steak and yams and stuff like that. Let's switch over to a different hammer so I'm not wasting durability. But yeah, I think there is like a soup or something that doesn't give you well fed that I could use, but it's a little bit, takes like buckets of water and maybe something else, I don't know. Still need to sit down and really hyper examine all the different foods and see which one would be the better. It's just I have earth yams, you know, just out the wazoo, so try to use them where I can. Maybe like an earth yam soup or something, if that doesn't give you well fed, would be good. So try to do a quick run through, just make sure there's not anything super obvious that I missed. And actually now, I mean, I do have some well-fed foods. Or I did. Really? What I have? I probably gave them to a different character. That's a little bit annoying. Or either that or I ran out. So yeah, I usually use, ooh, nice, diamond. I usually use meaty casserole just because it's steak and edible lamella in a furnace. Super easy to make. And gives you 20 minutes of well-fed, so invaluable for running around and gathering resources, and anytime you're going to be doing a lot of moving and or, well, I don't know, if you're doing mining, it's kind of better to use a persisting, depending on what type of tool you're using. But ooh, very nice. Got some titanium, hard coal, found some diamond that we missed. And that's just iron up there, so. We don't really, I mean, I need copper, but not that bad. was, I think I just saw part of the gravel, yeah. Let's see here. Storis 2, what plan? Oh, okay, they're still trying to make their trade deal. Yeah, this is where kind of having some sort of method to your madness helps, of being able to retrack your steps. And you know, it's pretty painless to just kind of run up and down these hallways to re-explore where you've already been. Oh, here we go. Got some more titanium. So yeah, that was 3 titanium ore for that vein. I don't know if it's going to be 3 every single time, but I think it's only 2 on Serpent Serendi. And where is my beacon? Okay, just right over there. Ooh, gold. Oh no, you're fine. I don't mind at all. I just try to keep an eye on what's going on at the chat. It's a little bit of a juggling act to try to make the most out of the food buffs and go mining, but then still read what everybody is saying, so kind of end up doing subpar on both of those activities. So. Okay. Sounds like Kippy is home. Hello. I am streaming, by the way, so don't say anything too profane. So what's up?
Your brother needs to be and kids.
Ooh, okay. So might have to go ahead and call this, which is a pretty decent stopping spot. We did some mining. Let's see here. How many gems? So 136 diamonds. Not amazing, but we weren't really after that. Let's see here. Look at all of this ore. So let's see here. So like I said before, this is a pretty great way to get titanium. And iron, gold. I think I got most of the titanium. So yeah, 463 for what, 40 minutes? So not bad at all. And we got a smart stack and change. Look at all of that beautiful hard coal. Very nice. So yeah. Okay, so yep, that's pretty much it. So anyway, a little bit shorter, but you know, apparently people need to be picked up from work and kids and all sorts of stuff, and yeah, probably have to do some more moving later today as well. So, but thank you all for dropping in. This was Javita. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more like this. And if there's anything you didn't like, please let me know down below. Also, if you like my channel, want to get cool perks, check out my Patreon page. Till next time, peace.
Aye,